can basically target an individual item. Let's say that you want to target this register button on the top corner in here. So this is going to be a type button. This also has a class, and that class would also have in this case, if you scroll up a bit, it's going to also have ID. So there's 3 ways in which you can target this button. To give you an example, let's say that you want to hide it for whatever reason. So the first thing that you have to do is that you have to use this. You have to open, of course, the Chrome DevTools. You're going to inspect. This window is going to open up, and then you go to this pencil icon, and you're going to click over what element you want to hide. In this case, it's going to be the main register button. So from here, you can do it from here, but what I recommend is you hit this plus icon in here, and as you can see, that's going to target a specific button that you want to hide. And you can just add a display known property in here that's going to hide it. I'm gonna give you some differences here. If you go to the sources tab, or if you just click on the inspector style sheet link in here, is going to take you to this window where you can edit your CSS. So for the buttons specifically, there's three ways in which you can target. Let's say that I want to hide all the buttons. I can just target the button class. The button type in here. And what that's going to do is going to hide every button event, which is not what I want right now, because I just want to hide the register button. That's why defining either a specific ID or a specific class, it's important. The way you can identify those for the type is going to be either button or btn. For example, it's going to be a very generic name. However, use an ID brand is going to be much more specific. For example, if you go back to this event page and I go back to inspect the bottom in here, if I scroll over here, as you can see, it has a specific ID, a way in which you can identify an ID. It's going to start within a hashtag, or it's going to have straight up the name that you are be targeting. And in this case, it's going to be BT Master Event UI Register button. As you can see, this got hit. This hide the one on top, but this also hide the one at the bottom. Why did that happen? It is because if you inspect the one below, you will notice that it also shares the same ID, the one that we didn't want it to hide. So how do we avoid that? By using specific classes. What are the classes? Are the ones that start with a period in here. So if I were to wanted to hide just the one on top, I'm going to if I hit more in here, I'm going to have the ID, and then immediately after the ID, I'm going to be greeted by what it is, the class of the button itself. This is the element that I'm going to target. There's 2 options in here. You can just select it and then hit more, and that's going to give you ID plus the class, which is a very specific selector, and you can hide it from there. And that's only going to hide on top. A few things in case that we are override styling, or we are like hiding something and anybody or whatever. I always like to use the important encode important tags for this very reason, in case that it needs to be overwritten at some point. However, if you just wanna like get completely rid of it, you can always use the important tag in here. So if I'm targeting, as you can see, the specific class, the one on top got hidden and nothing more, which is what I wanted to happen. So yeah, that's the difference between type selector, an ID selector, and a class selector. Let me know if you have any questions.